This is Ouch My Wallet, hosted by Robert Simmons, a production of the TFYLP Network. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ouch My Wallet, part of the TFYLP Network. It's every 2 weeks where we yak about what stuff we've bought lately or gotten lately, provided we've gotten some stuff. As usual, I'm your host, Rob, and with me tonight is Mr. Jack.
Howdy, howdy. Once again.
Mr. Lucas.
Hey.
And he'll be joining us in a minute. Will be Rick. He's going to pop in a couple minutes late, which is fine. So who wants to kick it off?
No nose goes.
Nope, I think it's Lucas.
All right. Well,
which is fine. Lucas hasn't been on in a while anyway.
I was gonna say I haven't been on in a while, so I probably saved the most exciting thing for the very end. How many rounds are we going tonight?
I don't know. I mean, we usually end up around 3 or 4 or something like that.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll save my last to like round 3 or whatever. But anyway, so I got some Amazon exclusive, Mr. Dead Prime, Corpse Prime,
Hey,
whatever you call it.
Ours is the same first round.
Funny enough, my first round is going to be the, that whole deal.
We lost your video here, Jack.
Aww.
So the one thing, and I won't talk about it too much just because I think we're actually going to review it on Microcasters next week because I think it's like the one figure that we're all getting, I guess.
I figured everybody would have gotten it in because we all pre-ordered it from Amazon because that's where it came from. And Amazon ships quickly. And so I figured everybody got it in that was going to get it. Well,
but the question is whether or not you're going to get it. You know what I mean? I mean, it's a mainline figure, so... but it's different. It was something that we haven't really gotten this representation for a while. So my one complaint about it, and I don't know, Rob, if you've had the same issue, is it's on this one side, it's a little bit off kilter, the chest. Do you have that issue or is yours straight? You would notice it immediately.
Off kilter how?
Well, I tried to fix it a little bit, but like this side right here is kind of like there's like a little bit of a gap on the one side. It's kind of hard to tell. But I fixed it a little bit. Like Orson was mentioning about it in the groups too. That I sat there like where he connects here and was just sitting and trying to mess with like
mine pushes down 5. I mean.
Yeah, yours.
I mean,
now that
you mention it, I can see a gap.
Mine just has a little bit of a gap in there.
That sucks.
Yeah, so I mean, he has Corpse Prime though, so that's okay. I mean, he's gonna have a little battle damage there, so it's fine. I think it's this mold actually in particular. I've seen some other people with the original Optimus Prime mold where they had that same issue. I didn't have that issue with my original Earthrise Optimus Prime, but. So yeah.
Hey, there's
Rick.
Hey, gentlemen.
Hey, and Jack's
Welcome back.
too.
Oh my God, Jack, I miss you so much. You're so handsome, much handsomer than Rob.
I mean, that's a low bar.
It is a low bar.
I ran Jack off.
I'm running.
Well,
I'm running. See you guys.
Like, our first pick for the round for all of us was Sleepy Mode Prime. And
Second.
who's apparently got some...
That's funny. Jack, where's yours at?
Hey, I got close. Give me a break.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
I mean, now that you mention it, it is technically off, which I wouldn't have noticed before, so thanks for that.
Mine was more off. Like I said, I've been messing with it.
Now, my left chest doesn't push in all the way. His left chesticle window.
That one's fine for me, but like mine is like there's a little bit of a gap here, Rick. I don't know if yours does that on your Corpse Prime.
Mine does not. I've played with mine a lot, and he's pretty solid.
he does not have the gap in the abdomen region.
Yeah. So I've been trying to just bend it back to see if I could get it, like, kind of work it. But it's not egregious. It's fine. But I mean, this is a fantastic mold, and I would highly recommend, like, if you're looking for this, if you don't have the original Earthrise, I mean, this is a great figure.
So this is new. The mold's new to me, so I'm going to yak about it a little more.
Do it.
Like, my first impression was that it was a little dinky. I was like, this was $50. It's not a very substantial toy. And I understand, part of it's because he comes with his trailer that, he's almost as tall as, which kind of feeds to the dinkiness in a way, and if you hear me ramble on enough of the shows, you know that I don't buy too much mainline anymore. I do buy some stuff. And I think everything I'm going over today is Hasbro. So.
Wow.
Your forehead.
Yeah. But, like, the transformation's fun. Like, it's a cool toy. It's fun, but, like, I was surprised that this is what $50 is these days. Be that as it may.
Did you ever get the Shockwave?
No, I didn't. I've played with the Shockwave.
Or the Astro Train? Like, because I feel
no,
like...
No, I did not.
I felt like both of those, that this one, to me, I think is a better value than those as far as, like, overall, like, with the trailer and all that type of thing. So, yeah, just definitely don't get those if you're thinking this one's too small.
Like, I mean, it's not bad what it is. This feels like it should be like a $35 toy, even with the trailer. Like, that's where I would place this.
Yes.
And I know we've talked about how prices are way different today, and I know I have that hang up. You tell me a deluxe, I'm like, oh, that's $10 to $12, comes with a comic and a card, and and has a little mini con with it, and it's got, it's hard to kind of break some of those habits. But, like, when this is $50, and then it's like, oh man, Masterpiece RC is like $120 and Tigertron's $150, it's like, yeah, that makes sense. Those are totally, like, 3 times more material, engineering, paint, and stuff on it. Like, it scales in line, but it's still hard to kind of pick this up and be like, oh yeah, this is $50, in a way. Again, it's not bad for what it is. Maybe you can answer this.
I mean, to me though, like, I think that this figure right here, I think it's really neat, the transformation that they engineered into him. Like, I really like that. I really like the figure. I think that the only hang up that I have in general is with the trailer. I feel like the trailer feels kind of like a knockoff until you throw, like, Non-F has a kit, and I think Jack is going to show that off here, so spoilers. But, like, the kit, yeah, if you can get his video, the kit adds a lot to it.
I'm going to reboot
until
Skype.
You have that, it just...
Okay.
You know what we need is this piece right here. We need a definitive piece that is G1 accurate and not this little, like, grabby hands thing.
I mean, this just kind of adds to
the trailer size is 2020. The trailer size is what it is. There's so many costs that go in that are involved in making a trailer. It's this piece right here.
It definitely adds to that dinky feeling I get from just the whole set. It doesn't feel substantial. Like, again, I guess it's just old man Simmons, but, like, I go pick up a $50 leader from the Unicron trilogy, and I could brain you with it.
Oh,
you know what I mean? And I understand we aren't in those times anymore.
I can pick up my Cybertron leader Optimus Prime and compare it to anything that's come out since, and it feels like a masterpiece toy compared to what we've gotten.
Yeah.
Honestly, I wish that they would have, like, renamed that leader price point to something else. Like, just call it something else, because because my thing is I really like the figures, and I think I would rather, like if I in my collection, like, given money and whatever, like, I would rather have these and the Shockwave in my collection than some of the old, like, the leaders that came out before. Like, I just don't feel like that they've aged as well. Like, they're bigger. It's just, like, at this point in my collection, I don't know that I care. Like, size doesn't matter as much. Like I like
Tell it
that
to
it's
my
in
wife.
scale. Yeah. I like the articulation. I like the scale. I think it's a really good figure. I do agree that it is smaller.
Yeah. I mean, is a lot to like about it. Again, being the first time I've held the toy, like it's got, as you said, pretty good articulation. Has a great knee bend for a mainline figure. I don't like the wheel butt panel flap on the back, but it's pretty minor, all said and done. It's like 1 point off out of like 10, or 20 points, something, whatever. I'm not gonna start rating them. Maybe you can tell me, since you've been buying all the mainline stuff. He has all this inner leg stuff, and it's painted. And I know on the regular release that's gray, isn't it? Like, what is the point of this extra? Because I thought that was part of the transformation or something. Yeah, but that doesn't do anything. What the hell is that point for? Why isn't that just a leg?
It's because they reuse some of the pieces from Siege on this one. So I'm trying to think, what piece
like on
was
Siege,
it?
did those parts flop out or some such?
Yep.
Because I kept looking at it and I kept thinking that was supposed to flop out. Like, I even see it looks like a pin joint in there on the back of his leg. And I kept thinking that something was going to fold out and fold around.
No, it's literally like they took the same Siege figure and because like if you look like this piece right here is like from the Siege. Like this is they flipped the legs.
Okay.
And this is actually like the joint. Like if you took if you look at this figure here, it's flipped around.
Oh, no.
And so they essentially took
Literally
all
just
those
grabbed mine.
pieces and they just so it's like a partial retool.
You know that
Don't start
there's
using that word.
you know that there's actually versions of that Optimus that come with the dead Optimus head.
I heard about that.
Yeah,
Oh, this one.
Sealed copies have showed up on eBay. So
Is it the black head or is it the blue head?
no, it's the black head molded in blue in the actual color. So at some point, somebody hit the wrong switch.
Whoops.
And changed the gate, which molded this head instead of the original head.
Like,
so,
looking at
I want to see this now.
his damaged head, is it all the same except the ears? Because the ears look like they're a separate part, and that's where the bend is. The rest is just like the crack. That's the cracked face mask is just paint.
Right. Yeah, the face mask is just paint, but the rest of the head that glues onto that, the whole new piece.
Okay.
So, quick comment, I guess. Somebody might be calling Mike because he's getting phone calls from us.
Who? What?
Mike pressing the wrong button? He's talking about Michael Swift.
Yeah, somebody keeps calling Mike.
Oh.
I hit plus Rick a bunch, I swear. So, anyways. So yeah, it's a cool mold. I'm not up with the times on cost and obviously stuff. It's a fun toy, but I don't know if I $50 love it. You know what I mean? That's probably where I am.
It's a bit much.
It's neat. It's unique. I mean, I know that they did a Sleepy Prime out of like one of the Masterpiece Primes, probably MP10, I assume, because that had every
MPO4. It was.
Okay. Oh, so that was that? If it was MPO4, was that an MPO1 repaint?
Yes.
Yeah, it was pretty. Because it was like MPO4 is obviously just the ultimate version of MPO1 with the trailer and all that, and they were like, "Oh yeah, let's redo it and make it a limited release and sleepy mode." And he's dead now, so.
Yeah. So I don't hate it. It's neat. I don't know how long I'll hold on to it. I'll hold on to it for a little while at least, until I feel the shelf space is too crammed. Something like that.
That's a whole other show, Rob.
In the chat, they're like, I opened it, I transformed it, and then I thought, what the hell do I do with this? And yeah, that's kind of true.
That's
yeah.
Swift.
Like, where does this live on my shelf, right? Do I put this on my 84, 85 shelf? Do I put it on my 86, 88 shelf?
You recreate the movie scene. Like, you put Ultra Magnus and all the other guys around it, and he's dead?
I have a bunch of shelves in my cases for 84 to 85, 86 to 88, 89, and up to G2. So where does this exist, right? Like, where do I put this? So, and it's funny.
You put it with Ultra Magnus, wherever you put Ultra Magnus.
It's funny, in the last day, I've been setting up a lot of my loose figures, and I've set up a shelf in a glass case for alternate figures. So like the console versions of Optimus and Megatron, the shoe transforming versions of Optimus and Megatron, the Alternity. So maybe I need to put him on that shelf, because I think that's probably the best place he fits. He's a Hasbro figure, which is weird because there's no Hasbro figures on that shelf. But maybe he's the first to belong on that shelf.
I don't know. I also think he goes better with Ultra Magnus because he's part of that movie, and he's kind of a ghost through the movie and season 3. Even if he's not there, he's haunting the show because it went downhill after they killed him.
You know what's weird? It's this Matrix thing inside of
his little itty bitty Matrix.
Yeah, which just jumped out and fell into another box.
Oh wait, there you go. Now you've lost it.
Yeah,
it's well painted for you know.
I mean, I think that the Matrix in it. Oops, mine just fell out too. I mean, I think the Matrix in it looks really cool.
I like the paint they did on it. Like, you know, the inside of his chest is all silver with the gold backdrop. The gold isn't lined up well, but you know, it's fine. And the Matrix looks nice for, you know, a tiny little Matrix.
But, I mean, like the Siege Optimus had nothing in his chest, so I can say, like, at least he has a Matrix, you know, at least.
He has a Matrix, which comes out of his chest, but
now you can't find it.
I know. Oh, I found it. It was under something I'm not supposed to show you.
But so I'm curious. So the next Netflix like mystery box that they have coming out, that's like, do you think that that's going to be another repaint of Optimus? Like, do you think that's going to be the Nemesis one?
It's Soundwave.
It's Soundwave? What?
Didn't this get reported already?
No.
They announced the Soundwave and they announced the spoiler box. I thought they were separate.
The spoiler box.
Oh, I think the spoiler box is a redecoed Soundwave.
Really?
Interesting. Yeah.
They've already done Sound Blaster. Not doing another one of him, are they?
No,
think.
Soundwave.
When are they going to do a blaster? Is what I want to know.
Maybe that's what it's going to be.
Probably not.
Soundwave, because I know.
Soundwave with a bunch of tapes.
That seems kind of weird to put two Soundwaves in the same, like.
That's what I'm thinking. It's like, why do you?
There's an Earth War Soundwave, and then there's a Netflix Soundwave, which is a Siege Soundwave.
So it's going to be Siege Soundwave with different colors, like Sideswipe was, and
yes,
etc.
Battle damage is in another place.
See, Christian and I were thinking that it was like a Nemesis because, okay, so that Optimus doesn't come with the trailer, but the parts for those legs are on like the same mold or whatever, right? And so don't you have to make the trailer with the Optimus, or do you think that they can just fill up part of the mold?
Well, the way the mold works is there's a gate in it.
Right. Oh, they just gated off. Okay.
So they just gated off, so they can make that Optimus without the trailer if they wanted to.
Okay.
Yeah, the piece that this piece, which is the shield, that's in the part of the Optimus that's not in the trailer gate. That's in the Optimus portion. So even if they make an Optimus, they automatically make this.
Okay.
Interesting. All right. Well, I feel like that was one round for all of us.
There we go. Now on to round 2.
Yeah. So why don't you kick us off again, Lucas?
All right.
For round 2.
Back to me. So, I was doing a little grocery shopping the other day at my local Target, and I just happened to pick up this guy right here.
Damn it!
Is that this? See, this is why I like going first. So, hey,
I haven't.
this is in a different mode.
Okay,
Mine's
I
in
feel
Dick
good about
Bird
mine
mode.
now.
I've got well, I've got
Which is
him
the
too.
only proper mode.
This is gonna be really quick.
I kind of feel good about mine because mine's actually different this time.
Oh, Jack's gonna get his own round. Three of us will hog it and then give Jack a round.
I've got him too, but I wasn't even going to show him for the episode.
As I said, all my.
I was hoping Paul was on because I had something special to throw in Paul's face, but.
I mean, can we have it? Do I need to try to contact Paul and say, "Hey, can you watch on YouTube so that Rick can throw it in your face?"
Yeah, you can do that. That way, we'll have 2 viewers. Hi, Carrie.
So, I will say with this guy with Double Dealer, it actually somewhat feels like a leader. It's like the first one in the last couple of years that actually has enough plastic that I'm like, oh hey, this actually feels kind of substantial.
It's like I didn't want to spoil it when I was bitching about Sleepy Prime, but this feels like $50.
Does it though?
Compared to
like
Sleepy
$50?
Prime. Compared to
look,
Sleepy Prime with his trailer, yes, it does.
Look, there's like an inch of packaging right here.
I noticed that.
Right?
Well, that's where they put his tail.
That's
his
where the $50 is. Right there.
Yeah.
This is a $40 toy.
Hey, that inch and a half makes all the difference.
Man, you're just lining them up for me tonight.
I mean, I'm happy we got this. I'm really happy we got this. But this is there's an inch and a half there of packaging we don't need.
I think there was actually the accessories are in that spot.
They could have put the accessories right.
No, they could have put them behind him.
Look at the Baroness. Look at the G.I. Joe Baroness. They could have put them right here.
It's actually pretty filled up. I think more than the other leaders again. Going back to those. So, I mean, he actually comes with a fair amount of accessories. He has this little back part. He has the gun. He's got this missile.
He's got a huge missile.
He's got these little missiles on the side.
He's got 2 little missile pods, a gun, and then he has whatever this thing is. I literally have no idea. It just pegs in. It's
crazy that, this is so close to the G1 Double Dealer.
It is so close.
Why?
It is. Which one is the new figure? Tell me.
The one transformed into a bird?
Yes, but you can barely tell.
You can barely tell. That's the thing. So they either have done their job so great that you can barely tell, or they've unnecessarily spent millions of dollars on tooling to create a figure that they could have just re-released.
One thing that is interesting comparing to the original one is how close the colors are. The dark blue-green that makes up his upper arm and stuff, I can't tell a difference in the shade. I literally cannot tell any difference. The purple is almost exactly the same, but I can tell a minor difference. And the light blue, shit, I don't think the light blue is any different either. The light blue and the blue-green on his body or whatever look exactly the same color, which is, kind of feeds into that. It is so much like the original. Other than it has a little more articulation, a little bit more folding, and it has a base mode that, the other one didn't have. But the base mode is mostly in this little wing part that they threw in that honestly isn't that great. But, the little tail fin, and it's just because it comes with a Micromaster connector ramp thingy at the bottom. And it doesn't integrate into the transformation at all. You pop it out for every mode and plug it in somewhere different every time.
So, my question too with figures like this, right, is it seems like that there is a fair amount of paint on this. There's a lot of just little, paint, painted little bits. There's a lot of accessories. All this is paint on the front, right? And my question is looking at this figure,
all this is paint on the front where? Where are you saying?
On the legs. So like on
all
the
the little
legs,
accents. Yes.
like that, the paint accents is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
paint accents, like on the chest, the paint accents, all that, right? And so my question is like, it seems like that this was like, there was a lot of love and care put into this, right? And my question is like, was there somebody on the Hasbro team that's like, I want to devote all the money to this? Like, we're going to take away some paint from some of the other figures and whatnot so that we can like have a perfect double dealer.
So sometimes that happens. Yeah.
Because I felt like that with Topspin and Twin Twist. Like those are probably
Those were so
two of the
good.
best. Those are like two of the
So
best
good.
deluxes that they've ever released. And I just wonder if it was like somebody on the team is like, I had that when I was a kid. I want to make sure that that is 100% right.
Yeah.
It's probably like Warden or something.
Rest in peace. Now it's officially been announced. You know, Paul had told us before, but you know, he's over on the Power Rangers team now. But yeah, overall, I really like the figure. I mean, Rick brings up a good point of it's almost a why bother, but I feel there's a lot of that with the latest G1 throwback stuff. But I don't know. I'm a sucker for these colors, man. You give me the baby blue and the purples and just big old Dick Bird, and you know, I'm just happy as a pig in shit, man.
Swing!
Holy crap. That name will stick with me forever.
I hope so. He's very happy to see you, Rick.
But I'm kind of curious
Swing!
too on this because like I know that like you're super happy on that, but I know like Catherine in the chat was saying, and I'm the same way where it's like I don't really have like any type of connection to this character, and so like but I feel like these are the ones where the collectors get them and they're like, oh my god, I got a perfect looking double dealer, whereas like most people are like, who is this guy, like why, you know.
I can't cannot understand the decision making that led to this figure happening, but I'm okay with it.
They wanted to maybe redeem on this.
I like that.
You know,
I
worked on that. Thanks. I worked on that one.
I mean, I do like this, but it's
At
like
the time,
maybe they just wanted to do.
That was a great figure. At the time, that was a great remold. All right. And
I mean, it was a great
an accessory kit to it, a third-party add-on kit, which was even better. So,
oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
The only problem with that original Blitzwing mold, and that's what Jack held up for, even though I haven't been putting the show up for the past month on podcasts, but is the shoulders didn't tab in. Other than that, I actually like that mold.
The shoulders are awful, yes, but
yeah.
The head on the Blitzwing with the triple changing head,
mine fell apart.
That was all me. That was all me.
I love that, but mine just disintegrated. It barely holds together.
Oh man.
I was heartbroken that they made a third party that replaced that head with a G1 head.
Oh, and Zaldron says it's a bad figure, Rick, and you should feel bad.
I don't feel bad.
I like how the shoulders that you're not like claiming those. You're like, yeah, I don't know who that was. It was like some other.
That was Joe Pye.
That was me.
Joe did the shoulders.
That was Steve. That intern Steve.
I didn't do the engineering on it. All right, I helped on the design work for it.
Well, the issue with it is the plastic that they used, I think, on the shoulders, right? Like, wasn't that gummy plastic?
It just doesn't tab in. It's just not well engineered. And I mean, it's like it's just you try to articulate and it pops out. That's
it's
all
sturdy plastic.
You can hold it in place, but
it's sturdy plastic, but it does not hold. Because I mean, boop.
Attachment level aside, Lucas, what are your thoughts on the figure? Like, I mean, I don't have any attachment to Double Dealer either, other than like as an adult, I got his toy and I was like, this is a weird toy. It's got bright ass colors with dark colors,
but
it's a double Power Master, and so like all those checked my boxes and made me like it a lot. So, do you have an objective opinion about it, or are you mostly like, I don't have nostalgia for this? Why does it exist?
No. I mean, I think that it's a great looking figure. Like I'm, again, like I love the look of it. I think it looks really neat. I love these, the colors and all that type of thing. I love the engineering that went into it. I think that it's a really fantastic like leader mold. Again, like I said, I mean, it feels more like a leader, like it's $50 worth of stuff that came with it. So I'm definitely happy with it. I'm just saying that, like, you know, if I was going, I don't have any connection to the character. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, I was living in South America, and my grandmother came to visit me in South America, and she brought me a Transformer, and the Transformer she bought me was Double Dealer. So Double Dealer was always special to me, and he always existed on my Autobot shelf until I was an adult and realized, crap, he's a Decepticon. But Double Dealer was always an Autobot to me. And
because he's got big Autobot stickers on.
yes. And I will say the IDW Hot Rod Double Dealer Spotlight, one of the best comics ever. One of the very best comics ever.
I don't remember it at all.
That's all right. It was like 8 years ago. It was 8 years ago. It's okay. It was a great comic book.
I mean, it's in a sea of 84 to 86. He's a breath of fresh air to me. You know, like, yeah, we get like an ape face, but he had that soap plastic, so I passed on it. You know, but like those are few and far between. I'm glad they not only took the time to throw in something past 84 to 86, but it's a leader class. Like I hope the figure does well so that they keep stepping out of 84 to 86 to do weird shit.
And we've got a Snapdragon coming in the same wave, Rob.
Yep. Yeah, I didn't get it either, but I don't want soap plastic. It's one of.
Come on.
You want to explain what soap plastic is?
I think people that know, and people that don't disagree with me. But you can hear me and Anna bitch about it. It's that plastic. It's that white plastic that Ape Face is in. To be like simply put, the new God Neptune that's coming out looks to be half that way, but the original God Neptune was totally that white plastic that looks like soap.
Are both complaining about the color of this plastic, and yet you're both getting God Neptune.
I'm a Piranacon sucker. Like, mine's very limited. I don't buy much that I have complaints with.
Hook, line, sinker.
Wasn't this show about Ouch My Wallet?
Yeah.
we got off topic. Like
wait. Rick is not allowed to bitch about us being off topic. Ever. That is not allowed in any universe, alternate dead universe or not. So
dead universe.
But yeah, he's cool.
Rob, you know, I gotta say, your mutton chops are looking a little thin this week.
No, they're there. I'm actually about to cut them down. I just keep being lazy and not trimming them up. It's time to trim them. But
yeah, my wife wants me to trim everything too, but
this is the part of the show where we talk about facial hair.
Yeah, yeah, that's a thing you haven't developed yet.
Has Jack actually wit yet? I'm just
Jack's
round is up next whenever we stop rambling.
I'm just waiting.
Go for it. Go for it.
Jack's like,
show us the figure that's going to put hair on our chest.
Yeah, show us, Jack.
Whoa.
That...
Mr. Whiskers.
It does have a whisker. That is correct.
I'm going to make a cake with him. Anybody want to join? I'll make 2. It might take 12 years, but I'm going to do it.
Why don't you tell us the name of the figure?
It is Revenge of the Fallen Scrapper from Studio Series. I know, wasn't there like one of the last couple shows, Rob's like, oh, I know what's going to be Jack's next one. And I was like, yeah, no. And it was like some other figure. And I'm like, yeah, I finally got him now, like a month after that.
Yeah,
so. Well, at least you found him.
I did.
Revenge.
I think it was like literally a day after that show is when I actually found him. I'm like, yeah, that totally works. Thanks, Rob. So I'm like, yay!
That figure, because I think I talked about it again like a month ago or whatever. But like, the transformation's not what you expect, and in a good way. You know, it's unique. It's not, standard. I had to look at pictures.
I know
that figure will be on Cut the Tape this week.
Spoilers.
Yeah, this week on Cut the Tape, I'm going to do a figure a minute, and every minute I'm going to do a shot of Jack Daniels. So I'm going to open a figure every minute, and then I'm going to do a shot of Jack Daniels every minute, and see how far I can get.
This ain't gonna end well.
Is that going to be kind of like 10 bots, 10 shots from Thew?
I was gonna say. Reference to the great.
Drinking. Jack, how old are you?
Oh, great. Here we go again.
We don't have to have this conversation again. Don't let him bully you.
I was going to say,
how
how
old are
many
you,
years
Rick?
have you been having this conversation with Jack?
I think at least 4 years. I think.
So what do you think of the figure, though?
I actually like him. He's pretty cool. So I have one more left. I couldn't find him, but I settled on 2 other studio series, which is going to be the next round or 2, depending on what we're going to do. So
I think this is just Overload that we haven't had released yet, or is there another one after that hasn't hit the U.S. yet?
It's
one more.
just Overload. And then they're going to be doing Skipjack, which is the yellow Rampage.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to do that, I'm going to get them just to make them
break
up the
gift
red.
set.
That too, yeah.
And the gift set, yeah.
Have they announced that, or is that...
Yeah.
No, they've announced the gift set, yeah.
Okay.
I think I'll get the gift set, but I'll keep it sealed.
That's, yeah, what I was pretty much going to do the same thing, too.
I'm curious if they're going to have a window box with that gift set.
I hope not, and everybody that wants to keep it sealed just gets rocks. Like Charlie Brown. That's what you get for keeping stuff sealed. Especially stuff that isn't made to be kept sealed. Y'all are wrong. Literally doing it wrong. 100% laying it down. Like Nick, when he's like, I bought this $400 statue that you can't see from the outside. And he's like, I'm never going to open it. Like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? All right, so who's next? Lucas again?
Are we over?
Can I go? Can I go?
Oh, yeah.
Well, you've went the past 2. We had Dick
I
Bird and
didn't
Sleepy
go the
Prime.
past 2. Goddamn.
Those were group rounds, but yeah, go ahead. What do you got?
All right, so I want to start off with, I happen to have a G1 roll bar with a Ravage carded.
Nice.
Right, I happen to have that. This week, I happen to get a roll bar carded with a Skywarp.
So I'm not hip on the decoys. Like, did those just... Like, how many waves or years of toys did they randomly come with the decoys? I know they had some of the gift sets, at least in Japan. I've seen those of the decoys. But I'm like, they've been in all kinds of colors, and they... Is it ramshackle? Or is it well known?
So the decoys came in 2 colors in America. They came in red and purple. The Decepticons came in purple, but they also came in red, and those are the harder ones to get. So they came randomly packed. So I have a roll bar with Shockwave, Skywarp, and also with Ravage. Ravage and Laserbeak are the 2 hardest to get decoys. And then you try to get them in red, and that's even more impossible. So I've been collecting for so many years. I just got my first decoy this week, Decepticon Bombshell in red.
So,
$30
with a throttle bot?
No, it was single. Loose.
Oh, this is just the thing. Okay.
Yeah, just the decoy. $30 just for the loose decoy. Right, for the Bombshell in red. They came in peach colored in Japan. And then after 86, they came in blue and red. So there's like blue decoys that never came out in America. Like
I don't think I've seen the blue ones.
Superion, Menasor, Bruticus. And they also came out in peach colored. And then some of them came out in red. And then I even have a green Metroplex that came bagged and tagged. So it's a plastic bag with a tag on it, and it's a green Metroplex.
Huh.
So decoys are like a hole that you can start collecting them, and you just go down that hole for the rest of your life, and you just...
Like, you're not going to finish it.
You're
not going to get all the permutations.
You'll never get all of them.
So, what figures did they come with? Or, like, Because like not all throttle bots had a decoy, right? Like they had,
Right. So
was it just
the 86 figures came by themselves. The 86 throttle bots, the 86 Constructicons, aerial bots, Stunticons, but then they also came with decoys, right? So you're getting like the throttle bots with decoys. You're getting Constructicons with decoys, Stunticons with decoys. So there's all sorts of variation, and then you get into the Takara series, and the Takara series came out with like gift sets, and they were like peach colored, right?
yeah?
And then they also came out individually bagged and carded. So there's a million decoys. You can just collect decoys for the rest of your life, and you'll never have them all.
Just because, and they're randomly packed, so
They're randomly packed. So I have
any character could have any decoy.
Absolutely, any
yeah.
character can have any decoy in any color. So there's Searchlight, and this one happens to have a slag. Right, so I got this one, and it happens to have a slag. And then like the mini bots from '84, like I have a mini bot. I have a Brawn, and he happens to have a skids with him.
Is that
right?
just where they like reissued them in '86 or re-released them? Not
so they reissued them in '86, and it's just like, here's a random decoy. Now here's where it gets messed up. Sometimes the decoys are packaged backwards.
Oh, you got to get both variations.
Right. So I
gotta have it if it's backwards.
I have a wind charger with a decoy tracks, but it's packaged backwards.
It's called Twerk Edition.
It's a whole like you can collect any. There's so many holes in Transformers, Micromasters, decoys, mini spies. You can collect anything, and it's just like there's a million variations.
So, with your new roll bar pickup, what is your goal there? Like, are you trying to collect something in particular, or did you just want that color variation of the decoy, or
I
just opportunity?
So I had this roll bar with the Ravage, and I happened to get this roll bar with the Skywarp, and it just happens to be different. I also have a roll bar from Greece, which is a mold variant, which doesn't have the rub sign molded into it. That's a mold variant. So that's a whole different roll bar. But it's just like you can never
I didn't know that existed.
Technically, there is a roll bar with every single decoy in every single color. Potentially. Yeah.
I mean, it could be no one on the factory line ever put a certain combination together. You never know.
Right. I could collect roll bars with decoys for the rest of my life and not have them all.
Yeah. And most of them probably got ripped open and then beat up in the sandbox outside.
Exactly.
And thrown away.
Exactly. But that's not the main thing I wanted to show tonight. So, but that's one thing I wanted to show tonight.
So one thing Christian and I were discussing, the gigawatt that's coming out, right? Like each one of the gigawatts are supposed to be individually numbered. I don't know if we've actually confirmed that or not, but like, there's 1985 of them, right? Do you consider that to be a packaging variant to where you would actually have to collect all 1985?
Let me tell you something. I have 13 Armada Rhinoxes carded. I have 11 Armada Optimus Primes, the Bendy Prime.
Carded. Yep.
Right. There's new sticker versus no new sticker versus copyright on this corner versus no copyright on this corner versus warning label versus warning label.
Rick, what you actually have is a medical condition, and you should seek help.
Yes. Yes, you're right. You're absolutely right. But you know what? The way I look at it is like, if nobody else writes this down, who will?
It's not important enough to write down.
I disagree. That's where I disagree.
Oh, I know you do. You disagree. Nick, Peter, and Paul disagree.
It's nice that we've collected you all into one.
We know who's who. We know who's who.
We can have our therapy sessions live on air.
We've called you all to this podcast for a reason. We love you. You're in a safe place, but we have to talk.
Intervention.
All right.
Your wallets
I
have cried
don't
too
have a
much.
problem.
You're hurting your wallets.
I don't have a problem. I'm just
You can quit anytime you want. We understand.
I'm a librarian. I'm an archivist. Right? I'm a librarian. I try to gather as much information as I can and preserve it for future generations.
So where are you preserving this and documenting this for everyone to see?
In the various books that are right, that you don't buy.
Damn, you got me with the plug. That was good. That was crafty.
In the chat, they're like, that knowledge needs to be lost to save people's sanity in the future.
God damn it, Rob! You piss me off so much. God, you know
I didn't
you
say
weren't so
that.
handsome.
I didn't say that.
No,
An
that
unnamed member of the cast said that.
You know what? You're lucky that you're handsome, Rob.
It's the mutton chops, baby. All right.
What's your wife think of the mutton chops?
I had them when we met, so she's not allowed to bitch. That's.
It's a good argument. I was clean shaven when we met, so
she's not the biggest fan.
She hates the beard.
She's not the biggest fan of them, but at the same time, again, and then, every now and again, I trim them down every 6 months or 12 months or something. All right, I'm gonna go with something different. It's a Hasbro figure. It's old. We were talking about it 2 weeks ago, and I went and bought it. It's MPM Ironhide.
Ooh.
Rob, why the hell did you buy that?
Why
Because
not?
I don't have a movie Ironhide. I've gotten rid of them all because I didn't like any of them, and this figure is still not good. I don't know if they cannot do Ironhide. This is probably the best one I've had.
Studio series, honestly, to me, felt like the best one so far.
I wanted something meatier and heftier, and this has heft. Like when I picked it, I was like, oh, it was more substantial than I was expecting to be. Like his feet.
What do you think of the Studio Series one?
I don't have it. I just want something larger.
All right. What do you think of the Revenge of the Fallen one, or Dark of the Moon?
Leader?
Dark of the Moon.
You're gonna have to.
Not the Leader one, but the Voyager one, because I did that one.
I don't remember. I got rid of them too long ago. None of them were good enough to keep, in my opinion.
Oh, well, that says a lot about them. So,
I mean, I'm the pickiest collector, or not the pickiest, but I'm on the pickier side.
You're
these
very
days.
picky, yes. All right, you have one figure per character, so
not at all. But for the movie stuff, I definitely lean that way because I don't like the movie enough to want multiple. But yeah, I mean, he looks good. I got him used on eBay for like $50. He was apparently on sale for $50-$60 everywhere, like on Big Bad, but those sales are gone. But you can still find him used for cheap. And of course, the biggest problem is that several of the Ironhide figures is that for some reason they don't make his shoulder panel thingies clip in. Why would you not do that? What the hell is wrong with you? Why would you have these flop around? And like I thought I was missing something, but no. Apparently that's why this guy is $50-$60 on the aftermarket, and why it was marked down so much is because his shoulder thingies do not clip in, and a lot of people got pissed about it. There's a third-party kit that you can buy that holds them in place, but that's like $30 on a toy I spent $50-$60 on. So that's not gonna happen. But
yeah, on Big Bad,
Jack?
he's currently.
I was gonna say, Jack, you spent $30 to upgrade a $50 figure too, didn't you?
Damn right I did. Well, 25, but still.
Or 25.
Damn
yeah.
right I did.
Damn right I did. The movie means a lot more to Jack than it does to me, and that's part of the reason. No, I thought you were much more into it.
Not really. I was kind of into it when I was younger, but then as I was going back, it's like, yeah, no. So it was
all right. So Jack, remind me how old you are again?
Oh, for shit's sake.
He's 84. Like the song.
Yes.
It's well painted. It's got lots of great detail on it. It's got die cast on it, which is nice. I didn't find the transformation bad, although like getting everything to line up at the end for truck mode is definitely kind of a little bit of a headache. I think part of it has to do make sure you have to have the hands angled correctly, or else it's just not going to make the final tab in. But just the shoulders need to clip in. That's really all it is. It's old news, but I don't know. He'll look good on the shelf, at least. It wasn't really an ouch because it was half price, but.
All right, so Lucas, we go to you.
All right, so it's been a while since I actually got these a while ago, but I figured that since Rick's on the show, I can make him jealous.
How can you make Rick jealous?
Art!
Framed.
He's got art.
Yes,
I've got.
I'm very jealous.
So, Andrew Griffith has had a couple of sales. And so I picked up a couple things. By the way, he has a mega commission that he did that is like a 3 foot by 4 foot poster of like all the Transformers, and he has it on sale right now for $50. It is like he did it uncolored and released it, and then he had, I can't remember who colored it. He has it in his post, but that they colored it, and it's fantastic. So if anyone wants to pick that up right now. But anyway, so I have, first I have from RID issue number 3, page 22.
You bastard.
So
Anything
I've got
from RID or more than BCI.
Yep. So here you go, Rick. But yeah, so Andrew actually draws his on paper. So then you can purchase it later.
Right. Unlike EJ Sue, who draws it on his computer.
Yeah.
Hey, he drew a Prime head not on his computer.
And then I also have another from issue number 28, page 13, that I also got in the same auction as well.
So let me ask you,
Nice.
Lucas, is your are you going to keep them framed in that like shitty Walmart frame that you have, or are you going to get them framed properly? Like, I mean, I'm not trying to like shit on you, but like
Those frames look
that's
nice.
a pretty bad frame.
Okay.
No, don't say that, Robert. No,
They are
that's
fine.
So,
those are fine
I
frames.
realize that this
Say
is
that.
not the greatest frame. Like, they are currently protected by being in this frame compared
Are they
to just...
touching glass?
Huh?
Are they touching the glass?
They're it's not glass, Rick.
It's plexiglass.
Plexiglass.
All right.
See,
so
Rick
the
thinks all
actual
frames have
art
to be-
that was drawn on by the artist is touching the plexiglass.
Yes, currently.
So it's being degraded by the plexiglass. Great. No, that's
His
great. That's fine.
plexiglass is coated in acid.
No, yeah, it's coated
So-
in like bile, so it's fine. No, it's fine.
So again, like I will get the when I have a chance, I will get them properly framed.
No, don't placate him.
Listen,
placate
if you
him.
want to get it
Don't
framed,
lie
come to
on
me.
my show.
I'll take care of you, Lucas.
For $100.
I actually have a lot of
No, it's like $400 to get a frame that Rick is talking about for something that size.
Yeah, it might be $400, but it's going to protect it from UV light. It's museum grade quality glass.
That's why I said 800.
Right?
Yeah, so I have a
I just want to tell you. I want to tell Rob actually. I've spent $800 to frame one piece.
Yeah, I know. It was on the show, and I was like, "How much did it cost? Tell us." It's out of my wallet.
That's
And he
why I
told
said
us, and I was
$800.
like,
You know what,
"Holy
Rob?
shit."
You know,
But
Rob.
that was a huge piece. That was different. That was a huge thing.
Okay.
That was an awesome frame.
All right.
Right.
All right.
So I do want to actually mention Rick, like if you don't know, but the artists themselves, when they're carrying these things around, they're not carrying them around in museum grade.
Yeah, no, I know. They're carrying them
and
in
so-
their fucking like, they're
And they're
carrying
pulling
their
it in a
pocket.
wagon.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Right.
They have it folded over 4
God.
times into a paper
God
airplane,
damn.
and they unfold it for
Andrew
you.
has had this in
Yes.
his portfolio for years.
God damn.
Like, he's held on to it for a number of years, and whatnot. So I know I realize that I don't have it professionally matted and framed. I apologize about that. But one
Indeed.
day,
To apologize for it. What I'm saying is, Lucas, I know you collect statues, you collect art, I collect art. Let me help you frame the art properly. That's all I'm saying.
right? No, I know. I need to go to Michael's or whatever that get some custom framing.
Oh my fucking god, Michael's! Holy! Did you?
Listen,
Michael's-
Indy, it
Michael's
doesn't all belong in the
hires-
museum.
Michael
Let it go, Indy.
hourly employees. Hourly employees are not going to care about your art the way a professional framer would. So the lady that frames
You know who else didn't care about that art? Andrew Griffith when he was carrying it in his portfolio for 10 years.
Don't.
Especially if he sold it.
The lady that frames my art is the president of the Northeastern Framing Association of America. Let me tell you, she will do an amazing job for you.
Well, I'll take that in consideration. So one
when he's
thing that's
dead.
kind of neat from Andrew that he does too is when he sends it, he actually
look behind Rick. Is that something rolled up on top of those alternity toys?
Yeah, that actually belongs. Yes.
Whoa!
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 Wait! I thought
we just bust this
Whoa!
wide open. Detective Rob on the case.
Whoa! This does not belong to me.
Oh,
This
so other people's.
This belongs to a friend.
Does that art that Lucas has belong to you?
This
Because I don't think it did.
No, this belongs to a friend who used to be a director at Hasbro. They're printed lithographs. All right.
Why aren't they in a frame?
Well, because he doesn't want to pay for a frame. God damn it, Rob. This is why I hate being on Ouch My Wallet with you.
Well, good luck being on here without me.
What I was going to mention, though, is one thing that Andrew does when he sends you the art, which I think is kind of neat, is some of the prints, like he'll toss prints in or
awesome.
like goodies in as an extra thing. So what he did to protect the art is he put a couple of these prints or whatever on either side of it to kind of protect it. Now, I'm sure that, Rick, when he probably orders his art from Andrew, he probably makes sure that it's like professionally shipped to him.
No.
It's paid
he pays for a
extra.
personal courier to pick it up and put it in a safe.
Don't-
And they handcuff that safe to the wrist. And they can only travel through approved Pony Express trains.
Sarah
all right?
this is what she's chosen to do for her life. She happens to curry items back and forth for people. She has curried. I'm not kidding you. She has taken items to Tom Cruise multiple times. So I'm honored.
All the way to his middle tooth.
I'm honored that she's taking stuff to Tom Cruise and she's taking stuff to me. All right. So don't you disrespect Sarah.
Sorry, Sarah the courier. Sorry, Sarah the courier.
I'm gonna text her.
You should bring curry sometimes.
Her, you might as well.
No, does she just do that for the art, or do you also like the dollar store purchases that you do?
No. She doesn't. No. God damn it.
Those little color by the number.
No.
My Little Pony.
She does it.
Why didn't you get that Optimus Prime keychain AFA graded? It better be AFA graded.
Lucas?
My God.
I swear to God.
My name is Rob.
Lucas?
My name is Rob. I am not Lucas.
Robert?
How drunk are you right now? On a scale of 1 to Rick, how drunk are you?
Rick.
Oh, Lucas is on permanent mute as he has a heart attack. We're too old
to
be this excited.
Jack.
Except for Jack.
Jack, go. What do you have, Jack?
Oh, okay, it's my turn. I thought I was in trouble for some reason. But
No. This episode is just degraded.
Lucas is dead, so we're going to have to give him 5 minutes to compose himself.
God damn you.
His face is as red as all those red figures behind him.
Oh, man, it is. He is.
So sorry. Oh, I don't know what got into me there. Whew.
Anyways. Like I said, I was trying to find.
My phone is disabled.
Oops.
I can't even log into my phone because Lucas made me so mad. And then Rob had to chime in and said, "I'm not Lucas, I'm Rob." And then now I can't log into my phone.
That's what you get for fucking around on your phone at this very important podcast
Well,
where we are adults.
I got a whole rooster situation
VIP.
going on.
I don't know what that means. I don't want to know what that means.
No. So I have a rooster. I bought 12 chicks.
There goes my turn.
One of them turned out to be a rooster. So I'm not allowed to have a rooster in my property because I only have 2 acres. So I have to get rid of the rooster. So I've been looking for a home for the rooster. So
if we rewind 30 seconds ago, I said, I don't want to know what the rooster story is.
I know.
You
but
may remember that from 30 seconds ago.
Rob, I wanted to tell you anyway. So
Jack, what is your next purchase?
Damn it, Rob.
You were the one bitching about us not being on topic. Of all motherfuckers.
God damn it.
And he starts talking about chickens. Chickens.
You can bring that up when it's your round again. Jack, please.
Okay.
Better make it quick before Rick interrupts it.
Studio Series Roadbuster, probably my favorite deluxe. Okay, Rick, if you want to start talking about chickens again, go ahead. But anyways, yeah, Roadbuster, I love him. So,
we've yet to get all 3 of the shitty movie wreckers in the same size class.
And we're finally doing it.
Isn't that coming? One that just announced on Target, like the top spin, like
Leadfoot, yeah, Leadfoot's coming out.
Does that make all of them are in Studio Series now?
Yeah,
like that deluxe?
Top spin, I believe will be next. I forgot what wave he's going to be, and then Leadfoot whenever because obviously he's going to be a Target release because duh.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be pretty soon. So yay.
Well, like I really like the Human Alliance line. I've always been a fan of that. Mm-hmm. And so like I have the 2 of them. But like the third one, I was like,
don't have
keep this
top spin. It's like
I was like, do I keep him in deluxe mode just to have him? And I was like, no, I don't.
Hey, how's
it going, I just got 2.
The other 2 are gonna tower over him. Hey, how's it going, Munchkin?
How you doing, little buddy? Who's my little guy?
Yeah, Top Spin will be released along with the Bumblebee movie Cliff Jumper and the satellite sound wave, and that's wave 10. That's actually the next wave after this wave. So, yay!
So is it good?
Like, oh yeah, I love him. The only thing I really don't like is the giant backpack of kibble, but that's honestly to be expected. So,
yeah.
But yeah, he looks awesome.
Well, it's finally gonna happen. The Wrecker's dream is gonna come true as Rick still is now emailing iPhone support and like, I need to check on my cocks, and they're like, dude, you old dirty man, stop asking us for that.
I was actually emailing Archer to like talk to him about like the record, all the 5 records we were talking about, and only 3 made him into the movie. So,
ooh. Who were the other 2?
Ooh. What did I do? Oh, tell me. Ooh.
Yeah, tell us more.
Ooh.
We're so interested.
I will tell you that the Steeljaw, the dog, we absolutely thought he was in the film until we went to New York.
We were talking about that on Monday, that he was obviously like concept art, that then all of a sudden he just got...
Yeah, so we thought he was in the movie until we went to New York and saw the premiere, and he was not in the movie. He actually had art that had the glasses come down. He had like
yep,
redneck glasses that come down, NASCAR glasses that come down. So of course we made a figure of him, but we didn't know he wasn't in the film until the actual film was released. So we're like, when the film ended, we were like, why did Optimus say we have to kill them all? So that was the first thing on our head. And then like second was like, Steeljaw wasn't in the film. And the third was like, all those Decepticon ships, they weren't really in the film. Like for like a couple scenes, but like We spent a lot of tooling dollars on that.
Which movie was this? Dark of the Moon?
This is Dark of the Moon.
Trying to piece together. Was that number 3?
That was part 3, yeah.
Okay.
I worked on all of them except for part 1, which was the good one.
Good's a stretch. But
well,
comparatively, I'll give it to you.
You know, think about 2007 and the movie coming out. It was simpler times. That movie was revolutionary for when it came out.
Yeah.
But then Bumblebee came out later, and it's like...
Shit on the first one?
That was the movie we should have gotten in the beginning. But every Transformers movie has a coda of shitting on the first movie before that came prior to it. So, like...
Don't try to put them together in a continuity.
And then Dark of the Moon shit on Revenge of the Fallen. And then
either that or Megatron has like 6 concurrent plans for taking over the world at all times.
Exactly.
And he just doesn't mention them.
That was the recurring joke at Hasbro, was like, every movie negates the movie that came before it. So we were kind of like stuck in like a quagmire. Like, what do we do? Let's just keep making toys, and then it'll work itself out.
Until they didn't sell anymore.
We had Bumblebee, which worked out great, but we didn't make the right toys for Bumblebee until years later.
Yeah.
The toys that are coming out for Bumblebee now should have came out for Bumblebee when it got released.
Yeah. I didn't think there was a Bumblebee movie toy line until somebody told me. I think it was Peter. He's like, oh, there was, and it had all this garbage in it that isn't what we would consider mainline toys. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, they were all for little kids.
Yeah.
That or like,
which isn't bad. Little kids should have merchandise, especially for a moment. Like, but you know.
And obviously, like the Deluxes and Voyagers are all studio series, and it's like, I'll take them. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So, Rick, do you have a toy for Ouch My Wallet?
No chickens.
A lot. All right. So without the G1 stuff, I had
whatever
toy.
You want, man. You can do G1. You can do whatever you want. Cyberverse Archie.
Cyberverse RC. So I found her, and anyone who knows me knows I buy 2 of each one. One to keep sealed, one to keep open.
That doesn't need to be kept sealed.
Well, I checked for variations. So I bought one, I waited a week, and then at the very same Target, which I'm ashamed of saying, it was the same Target, I bought another RC.
Somebody's getting tired.
He's an old man, and he's had a lot to drink.
I'm an old man.
He's an hour ahead of the rest of us, too.
Yeah.
I'm an old man. Yeah, so anyway, I got RC, and I'm going to open her and cut my tape this week.
Cut my wallet.
Cut your wallet?
It is you know what? That's what we're going to call it, cut my wallet.
That's going to be the title of Rick's divorce proceedings. The wife cutting the wallet.
No, so I talked to my... You know, it's funny you said that, because I talked to my wife about that today. I'm like...
Mom's giving me shit on the podcast, honey.
No. So I talked to my wife about that. She's my first wife. So I said, you know, if we ever get divorced, you know, you'd probably sue me for half the value of my collection. She's like, oh, I absolutely would. I know exactly who I would call to appraise your collection. I'm like, fucking bitch. Yeah. That's why I can't divorce you, because you know what I have in my basement. So the last time I had my...
Well, no, what you would do is just give it to her. Like...
No!
Because...
No! God damn it, Lucas! Fuck!
What would she do with that? You
no!
Know, like boxes
she sits there like...
of like...
Huh? No! So she appraises the collection against the value of the house. So the last time we had the collection appraised, it came in at $1.5 million.
Jesus.
The house is $6.8 million. So,
good Lord, I knew Rick was a baller, but
I didn't realize that much.
He's flexing hard today.
Oh, you don't know my G1 collection.
I don't.
I got a lot of steel G1.
Nice.
So yeah. So anyway, my wife's all over my ass if we ever get divorced.
Me and my wife had a discussion early on, and at the time she was like, "I don't care about your toys." I was like, "Good."
Thank you.
Not that it's come up, but
It might.
All
if
right,
the argument gets tough.
So I take it you haven't opened it and determined how big of a piece of crap that Cyberverse toy is, right?
It's a goddamn RC. What do you want me to do with it? I'm gonna open. Oh yeah, I'm gonna open it. Goddamn.
I'm just. Usually here we talk
wallet.
about how the things we buy are they good or bad? It's Cyberverse, so I just assume it's bad.
But
well, of course it's bad, but like it's hard to
Of course
find.
it's shit. I still bought it.
Goddamn, Rob. It's hard to find, Rob. Goddamn.
I don't get out. I live in my basement, so I mean I don't know what is and is not hard to find.
I haven't seen the RCs around me yet.
I haven't looked at Cyberverse, so I don't really give two shits.
I mean, when I
That's
look
the
for the
correct
other
response.
stuff, I notice it on the shelf.
Just because it's in the way.
Right, exactly.
Actual toys.
Exactly.
I need to
Like,
clean
damn
up
it,
on
I'm
aisle
looking for a
32. There's
Silverfang still.
literal garbage in this aisle here. I need you to get out, please.
God damn it. God.
We'll get an associate over right away.
An associate.
All right, so Lucas, you want to kick off the last round? Let's keep this train wreck growing for one
Now I have
more
to
round.
find something.
I actually don't have.
If you don't have anything, you don't have it.
Hang on, I might have something.
I'm out.
You out? Show some more art just to piss Rick off more. This time having
Please?
a Target trash
Please? Please?
Here we go. I got a couple more framed here.
Hey, I have
bag.
a.
Oh, nice.
Here,
Did
here
you frame
go.
those
What
yourself?
do you think about this? More frames.
Should I go get my Captain America shield that was screen used?
Oh,
Someone
here we
get
go.
that?
That's dope. That's dope as hell. How long
That
will it
is
take you to get it?
dope. I mean, it's not Transformers related, but
You should just sit with it every episode that you're on of every show. I would never not have it. All right, he's got his headphone off. Let's talk about how dumb Rick is.
Please.
Gets back.
Do it.
Oh, jeez.
Attention to my age, so he deserves to be cast off.
You know what? Christian's happiest day on this podcast was when you joined, Jack, and he no longer was the baby on the show.
That, or I feel Sergio is that way too.
Yeah.
Because I think he
I
was
don't know.
just before me. I think.
Okay.
There, I got my shield. Am I going to be protected now?
From Rick's drunken wrath, there's no saving any of us.
yeah. Oh, what's up? Hey, how are
right,
you? Look at my
Oh, that's
Civil
cool.
War Captain America shield.
He can't even keep his headset on anymore. God, we've lost Rick. All right.
Wait, so
What's up, Rob?
is that just
What's up?
the one that you get
That's
from
awesome.
Big Bad, the
No,
Hasbro one?
no,
that
this
came
is the
from-
one that I worked on a couple of movies, and they sent me this as a thank you.
It was an early release of the role play section version that comes out.
It's like, I hate you guys now.
You guys are mean. I'm taking my shield and going home.
It wasn't a release of the role play section, so yeah.
That's what Chris Evans used. You can see the Velcro straps if you look closely. It's freeze frame.
It's actually it's not even it's like not plywood, but like what?
It's not metal.
No, it's
Or
not
like
metal.
hard,
It's
really
like,
hard plastic.
God, what do you call it? It's not plywood, but it's like not Velcro.
Pressed board. Why don't you show it? Show us the back of it. I'm curious to, because I figure it's got to have some way to hold it. Okay,
Or never mind.
It's
I think that's as good as we're getting.
it's not like cardboard, but it's like it's like foam board.
Huh? So do you feel you could break it in half easy if you wanted to?
Yeah, it's a stunt used. Yeah, it's for stunts. That's what it is.
Okay. Interesting.
So it's like I have the Bumblebee bumper. So it's like it's like the stunt bumper.
Hmm.
Do you not know about the Bumblebee bumper?
Nope. I'm taking your word for it right now.
Oh, I don't think you have to take his word for it, Rob.
Yeah.
You spin me right round.
I'm going to get motion sick trying to look at Rick's camera.
That's why I'm looking down. That's why I'm not looking at that. So
I'm just curious what's going to happen in hour 3 of the show.
I know.
Right. Anyway,
If
we barely go over an hour and you're bitching about it.
No.
Shut your face hole. Oh, cool.
that's Revenge of the Fallen Bumblebee.
Nice.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm going to end the show here with one last item. And the only reason I'm bringing it up is because, remember, Microcasters talked about this like 3 months ago. And Anna's like, hey, Rob, you're the only other person that buys Masterpiece on this show. Come talk about it. I was like, oh, not until I ship my big bad pile of loot, which I don't know when it'll be. And so it's anime-accurate smokescreen. I finally got it in literally today.
Oh, hey, look at that.
I gotta get myself some kind of smoke screen, preferably just the original, because I have Prowl and Blue Streak over there, and they're just like, where the fuck smoke screen?
Like, which versions do you have of them? Is it original Masterpiece?
Originally. Prowl's Takara, and then the Blue Streak's the Toys R Us that came back in like 2015 and 2016, whatever. That weird black and red sleeve packaging shit.
Yeah, so, you know, this, because I got this from Big Bad, it does have the sleeve, and we've lost Rick.
Yeah.
But it does have the sleeve, which, as Paul has brought up before, doesn't mention the. It doesn't have the product name anywhere on it, which is just the weirdest stuff ever. Now that he brought it up, I can't not see it. I mean, it has 19 plus on it, but it doesn't say Smokescreen or whatever the hell his Japanese name is anywhere on it. It's, I don't know. It's odd, and there's some cool conspiracies with it.
Sorry,
Rick's
just in the comment, you're like, I lost Rick.
Lost
Rick
a long
like,
ago.
We lost Rick a long time ago.
He's been long gone.
I do like that picture of him, that blurry freeze frame that's up there.
Yeah, he looks pissed. He's like,
that's accurate.
Oh,
no, he just dropped off.
See ya.
But yeah, if you don't have Masterpiece Smokescreen, or if you have the original, I think this is a nice upgrade, especially if you like the cartoon accurate like I do. He has some different faces that, you know, Anna loved. And I got a happy face on there. Rick's dealing with his rooster. Yeah. So yeah, Anna, this is, I know she's probably not watching the show, but this is why I didn't join in Microcasters, because I just now got it. And I only got it now because Big Bad made me ship my pile of loot. I was still holding out for some other things to come in stock that have been coming in stock for a month and still haven't hit, but whatever. So if you're looking for one, Jack, I mean, the original one's nice. I do think this one's a lot cooler, but I love I love having them all painted.
I do think it's funny, you know, now that Big Bad, they've got that like $4 shipping option. I just think it's funny that it's like you have, I mean, because we all do it, right? Where it's like you're waiting to ship your pile or whatever, but you're like, I can't ship it. I want to hold off for that like one more thing to pay that $4 shipping.
So and it's funny. It's like it doesn't really matter to me because Big Bad's only like 2 hours away from me. So it's like, what difference does it make?
So this was weird. Like Big Bad's shipping their pile of loot's always been kind of a gamble. But my past few times have been like 2 or 3 days before they ship it out and then like a week to get here. This time it took them a week before they shipped it. And then it got here in 2 days. It was like completely different, but it was also a much smaller box than normal. Like usually it's like some big box of things because they made me ship this one. And there's some other stuff, but I'm going to save that for a later week. But no, he's cool. The new colors look great. He's got a couple little smoke accessories for whatever reason. Again, it's not new, but it's nice, and now the Datsun Brothers are done in the Anime Plus version. So
did you have the original ones as well?
Yeah.
So, do you prefer the original one or this new one?
Definitely the new one, but
Yeah.
I'm a slave to. I want it to look like it walked off the screen.
I think just objectively, this new one looks a lot better. I think, like, honestly, I think with all of them, I just like that extra coat of paint that they have on them. Like,
so
I think
good.
it just looks nicer on all of these ones. And I hate to say that because I always complain about paint and whatnot, but it does.
With these especially, like there's a lot of paint, but it's like on all the car shell stuff, which doesn't really have transformation friction. Like yeah, it's like there's some parts that aren't painted, and that's where more of the friction is. Like his inner gibbles here with the middle, like none of that's painted. It's actually, no, I'm a liar. That might actually be paint, like a flat gray paint.
I thought it looked like gray paint because I could have sworn it was like.
Yeah, no, I think it is. It's just don't really show here, but.
It's funny because so they have Smokescreen coming out in Earthrise, right? Like it should be coming in the next month or so. And so some of the pictures of that and like reviews have been coming out. And so Anna's like, "Oh, why did I spend all this money on the new masterpiece, whatever?" Right? But then I found a picture of them side by side and sent it to her, and she's like, "Oh, that's why I did it." Like the masterpiece looks so much nicer, which I mean, it does. It's a $20 versus $80 figure, so.
Is it even $20 anymore?
That's 20.
Okay, deluxes are still 20. I didn't know if they'd gotten to where like the average price was 25 yet or not. Oh Jesus! Shut up. Partial is not going to be a word. That is not a term. Rick, did y'all ever use partial at Hasbro? Did anybody ever say that?
No. I don't know what that word means.
Okay, let's keep it that way. But
that was on the live stream last week or whatever.
Yeah, the guy that literally came out of a cartoon and now works at Hasbro. I mean, that guy was hilarious. I mean, it was funny to watch him. But he was much a character, and yeah. All right, well, we're gonna wrap it up. Unless anybody have any final thoughts, please say no.
No, unless Rick has something about chickens.
No.
Rick's trying not to throw up at this point, both from anger about not framing.
Come on, Rob.
From anger.
Seriously.
Anger puke.
God damn. I didn't even get to my my Clear Legends. I was hoping Paul would be on the show so I could show my Clear Legends magazine. Leggings, yeah.
You know what, Rob? English. That was Jack. That wasn't me.
No, it's fine. Jack, Rob, whatever. You're the same person. God damn it.
You're an old fat white man now, Jack. I hope you're happy with your life choices. You should be ashamed. All right. Well thank you everyone for tuning in. Possibly apologies if you tuned in.
I'm sorry to the Asian community. We didn't mean the things we said.
Wait, what?
What?
I'm just gonna move on.
Please.
If you like what we do, make sure to hit us up on Patreon, which I'm sure we just lost some. Patreon.com/TFYLP. We have tiers starting at $1.
What the hell is this show?
We're on Discord. You can see the details in the YouTube link below. We have a Facebook page. Make sure to check out our other shows. Friday is Rick's pre-recorded segments for Cut the Tape, which he said is going to be more drinking and cutting tapes. We'll see how that goes on Friday.
So Friday is.
Are you going to film that one after the show? Just out of curiosity.
I'm going to film it tomorrow. It's every minute I'm going to do a shot and open a toy and see how far along I get.
Yeah, if he does that tonight, he's going to be too far gone to even send you the video.
God damn it, Jack.
Your wife's going to inherit that collection. She's going to get the divorce via death.
Done with you.
So, TF Talk News on the weekends, on Sundays. I don't think we've had one the past couple ones, but it happens some Sundays. Sure, our bread and butter show, TFYLP, Monday nights here on YouTube at 8:30 Central. And then, of course, Microcasters, Tuesday nights at 8:30 Central on Facebook. And Ouch My Wallet here every 2 weeks on YouTube. So, thanks everyone. Like I said, yeah, Discord, we're on Facebook, all the goodies. And we will see you in the next show. So
we'll see you in the next show.
Yeah, and thanks for everybody joining in on chat, too. It was a rollicking good time. Good night.
Here's hoping everybody